we do think now that the shock of interest rates going up 18-fold, I think it was. We've never seen this in history. We've never seen a bond market act as badly since the 1700s. So, of course, long duration assets were going to be the primary victim. We believe that chapter is over, and that you never say the coast is clear. There are always risks, but we think we're on the other side of the most difficult time that innovation-oriented strategies have ever had. I've never seen anything like that in my career. We're on the other side of it, and we think the future is bright for innovation. We're really excited, as you can see from our Big Ideas 2023. I think traditional auto manufacturers are going to have trouble keeping up with the price declines that Tesla's technology is enabling. The secret to success in innovation is driving costs down. Technology follows learning curves. So figure out what that learning curve is. That's a big part of our research. And in the case of batteries, for every cumulative doubling in the number of units produced, battery costs decline by 28%. Elon is on a different battery cost curve decline. He is leveraged off the consumer electronics industry, those kinds of batteries that go into laptops and phones, and others, automakers and auto analysts made fun of him I remember this very clearly, 2015, 16, 17. He absolutely chose the right technology, and I think others are rethinking it now. If they do not switch over to this kind of battery technology, they will not be able to catch up with Tesla in terms of price declines without losing money. Whereas Tesla's gross margins are probably going to continue moving up on balance, even as it is cutting prices, because its unit volumes, the economies of scale are going to be so significant. Just take institutional managers looking at Bitcoin as a new asset class. And they are. We've seen Coinbase and BlackRock hook up recently. It's because institutional investors want access to this new asset class, which the returns of which, the correlation of the returns are low, which is exactly what they're looking for. A lot of, let me just step back and just say, last year was a disaster for crypto generally. However, if you look at the Bitcoin blockchain, it did not skip a beat. No transaction was interrupted. It did what we thought it was going to do. And it is no surprise to us that Sam Bankman-Fried did not like Bitcoin. Why? It's completely decentralized and completely transparent. And he couldn't control it. His firm, FTX, was completely centralized and opaque. So we think that as investors reflect on what happened last year, the failures were those companies that were not decentralized, were not transparent. Bitcoin didn't skip a beat. And if you watch what's going on, especially in emerging markets, there's hyperinflation all over the world as their currencies have fallen apart and as their fiscal and monetary responses to COVID are now proving in some cases to be disastrous. Those individuals, those populations need a fallback, an insurance policy like Bitcoin, as do high net worth individuals who are worried that their wealth will be confiscated. Inflation is confiscation of wealth, but then there's outright confiscation. And I'm sure that there are individuals in the troubled spots of the world, the Russias, the controversies in China, who are looking for that fallback in case something really wrong happens to them in these countries. There are tycoons who understand what their risks are. So we believe that in insurance policies, that Bitcoin is probably the best insurance policy. Just keep that key in your head, and at some point you'll be able to cross a border and reclaim your wealth. I think the market's scrambling to try and understand how AI is going to impact the world. And ChatGPT has captured the investors' imagination, which is fantastic because we believe that innovation has been neglected. Certainly in the last 2 years, badly neglected. And we believe that most investors are very short innovation. We have a big focus on AI in the venture fund. Picks and shovels are very important. Mosaic ML is a private company in which we've invested that is actually speeding up the progress with its software in artificial intelligence. So the name of the fund is ARC Venture. So really, really proud of it. Public-private, starting now because we believe the time is now. In terms of AI, a lot of what we expect is productivity gains. And so that will accrue to those companies that use AI most effectively. Yes, Meta Platforms was very interesting to hear Mark Zuckerberg last night focus first on AI as opposed to the metaverse. He had been trying to push the idea of the metaverse, we think, before its time. Embracing AI right now and introducing it deeply into the firm to create efficiencies, absolutely the right thing to do. If you think about the revenue opportunities, they may not be as obvious. Sure, the picks and shovels, you mentioned NVIDIA, but we believe that the hidden gems that will benefit perhaps the most from artificial intelligence are those companies with proprietary data sets. And we use Tesla all the time as a prime example of a lot of technology attributes. One of them is having the largest pools of real world driving data in the world. In fact, it has more of that kind of data, orders of magnitude more of that kind of data than all of the other auto manufacturers and technology companies involved in transportation around the world. So we believe that it will be in the pole position for the autonomous taxi platform opportunity, which is a software as a service opportunity with massive margins. And it's also a winner take most opportunity. The company that is able to get an autonomous vehicle from point A to point B the most safely and quickly is going to be the winner. That's going to be the go-to service. So we're looking for those sorts of opportunities. In the genomic space, Exact Sciences, and we have models of both of these companies along with our assumptions on GitHub, actually. But Exact Sciences probably has more data because of its premier position in oncology molecular diagnostic testing than any other company in the world. And it is training the data with artificial intelligence so that it can help surface cancer in stage 1. So again, here, the company with the most data, the most proprietary data, and the right domain expertise and AI expertise. So those three things. Domain expertise. These are scientists with a deep understanding of biology, AI expertise, and data. So those are the kinds of companies we're looking for.